Hi there, Jill Leigh, founder and director of the Energy Healing Institute, and this little video is about one of my least favorite phrases that I hear and see on social media all the time. Positive vibes only. Oh my goodness. Okay, so why? It sounds like such a benign, happy little phrase, doesn't it? But the reality is, it's not. What it is kind of toxic. Let me give you some examples. Recently, I heard it when I was working with a client who was sitting at the bedside of a person who was dying. And one of the people connected to the family said, positive vibes only, while someone's dying. Okay. When things are difficult, for example, when difficult emotions are running high, when something has happened that has created a response internally that is perhaps mad, angry, sad, even people who have depression can be told positive vibes only. That's not right. It's just not right. And there's several reasons why. But I want to start with acknowledging the intention behind the statement, because the intention isn't horrible. It really isn't. It's a desire to lift people up, to remind them to focus on the positive rather than perseverating on the negative. And lifting people up, fabulous. Focusing on the positive, fabulous. But here's the unintended consequence of positive vibes only. It's a shaming statement. It tells people that what they are doing and what they are feeling is actually wrong, is not correct, is not appropriate. Well, someone might have lost their home. Someone might have just had a medical bill that depleted their savings. Someone might have been robbed. Someone might have had their house burned down. Positive vibes only. Yeah, you get it, right? There is something very, very shaming about telling someone positive vibes only. The other thing that's really important to understand is when you say something like that, even when you think something like that and are telling that to yourself, what you're really saying is you're real, in the moment, honest, authentic emotions are invalid. They're invalid. Look, if my house burns down, I got to tell you, I'm going to be so grateful that I'm alive. I'm going to be so grateful that, no one was hurt, all the things, right? But you've also lost everything and you have to start your life over. There's going to be overwhelm. There's going to be grief. There's going to be shock. There's going to be sadness. There's going to be fear, possibly anxiety. This could happen to me again. Where will I get all my new things? Where will I go until I find someplace to live? Lots and lots of emotions, right? Positive vibes only? No. Be real, people. Be real with yourselves. Be real with each other. And understand that in reality, all emotions are valid. If someone is grieving, they're grieving a loss. If someone is anxious, they're anxious about something. Now, can things get carried away? Can emotions run amok? Can they drive the show? You bet. But let's not assume that only the happy emotions are the good ones. Because in reality, emotions are not good and bad. They just are. And they're information that tell us what we feel, what we're experiencing, and how we're responding to the stimuli in our environment. So positive vibes only invalidates at least half of our emotional spectrum and makes it wrong. So instead, think in terms of authentic vibes only, real vibes only, be in your truth, feel what you feel, allow your feelings. All of those would be glorious things. And especially if they're delivered to yourself and to others with a big old dose of compassion.